Welcome back, everyone! I'm so happy to see you again. I have a real treat for you. We have a double parsha this week. I bet you thought we wouldn't have one so soon. I can't wait to learn Chukat and Balak with you. Remember to pay attention for the quiz at the end. The word Chukat means statute of. This is talking about the written laws in the Torah. The Torah portion begins by talking about the red cow or the red heifer. We learn that a red cow without any imperfections should be brought to the Kohen. The Kohen would then make a sacrifice to God. If someone becomes impure from having contact with a dead body, they can become pure again by a special ceremony with the ashes from the red cow sacrifice. We also learn that if an object is impure, it can also become pure with these ashes. Miriam, Moshe's sister, dies during the 40th year of wandering the desert. Miriam's well of water dries up when she dies, and everyone becomes very thirsty. They complain to Moshe and Aaron about not having any water to drink. I don't blame them for complaining. Can you imagine being in the hot desert sun, schwitzing and not having any water to drink? That sounds terrible! Hashem tells Moshe and Aaron to have everyone come to a certain rock. Speak to the rock and ask for water. Wait a second. Geology was one of my favorite subjects in school, and I've split open rocks before. Rocks don't have water inside of them. No matter how nice you ask the rock for water, you're not going to be able to get any from it. Moshe got angry and hits the rock with his staff, and sure enough, water comes spilling out of it. Silly me, I forgot. We should never underestimate the power of God. The Jewish people have been punished before from not trusting that God will take care of them. I guess Moshe also forgot this. Moshe made a mistake. He was supposed to speak to the rock to get the water, but he hit the rock instead. God decided to punish Moshe and Aaron for this mistake. They were no longer allowed to lead the Jewish people into the land of Israel. They would not be allowed to enter into the land of Israel. The Jewish people need to pass through the land of Edom to enter the land of Israel. The king does not want to let them through. Instead of fighting, the Jewish people decide to take a different path. Hashem tells the Jewish people to stop in Har Hor. Since Aaron let Moshe make the mistake, he is no longer Kohen Gadol. His son Eliezer becomes the new Kohen Gadol. We learn that Aaron dies on the top of this mountain. The Jewish people mourn him for 30 days. The Jewish people are attacked by the Amalekites, but pray to God and win the battle. The Jewish people complain again about the manna, and that Moshe took them out of Egypt to a place that they didn't have any food. God gets angry that the people are talking Lashon Hara about Hashem and Moshe, so he sends poisonous snakes to attack them. Then, God tells Moshe to make a brass serpent and put it on a pole. Anyone who has been bit will look at the serpent and be healed. As the Jewish people were making their way to the land of Egypt, they got attacked by a lot of different nations. But although God gets angry with the Jewish people sometimes, God forgives and promised to always protect the Jewish people. Every time they were attacked, they prayed to God and they won the battle. The next Torah portion is Balak. Balak was the king of Moab. Balak was worried that the Jewish people would defeat his nation. He asks Balaam, a famous non-Jewish sorcerer, also known as someone who performs magic, to curse the Jewish people. God tells Balaam not to curse the Jewish people because they are blessed. Balak offers Balaam a lot of riches to curse the Jewish people. God comes to Balaam again, but this time allows him to go to the Jewish people. But he's only allowed to go if he speaks to the words that Hashem tells him to say. Hashem sends an angel with a sword to block Balaam's path. He doesn't see the angel, but his donkey does. The donkey stopped, and Balaam got angry at the donkey. He tried again, and the donkey stopped again. Balaam got very angry at the donkey because she kept stopping. Balaam was so angry that he hit the donkey. That's not very nice. No matter how angry we get, we should never hit anyone, not even an animal. What are some ways we can calm down? We can take deep breaths. We can count backwards from 10. We can take a break from our activity, but we should never, ever hit. After Balaam hits his donkey, God opened his eyes and he saw the angel blocking the path. The angel tells him that he did not behave nicely and he should not have hit the donkey. The angel then reminds him again to only say the words God tells him. Balaam tells Balak to make 7 altars and make sacrifices to God. God then tells Balaam to say, "How can I curse those who God has not cursed? How can I invoke the wrath if the Lord has not been angered?" Then Balaam gives the Jewish people multiple blessings instead of curses. This made Balak very angry. Balaam reminds him that he's only allowed to say what Hashem tells him to say. They go to another spot and try again. They build altars, make the sacrifices, and once again, Balaam repeats blessings from God. They go to another spot, and for the third time they try to curse the Jewish people. Once again, only blessings come out of Balaam's mouth. Balaam says, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkanotecha Yisrael. How good are your tents, O people of Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. Wait a second, I know this blessing. Now I know the story behind why we say it. Balaam also tells the Jewish people that Hashem has brought them out of Egypt and will continue to destroy their enemies. He also tells them that the Moshiach will come and they will destroy Esau, Amalek, and Assyria. Okay, I hope you were paying attention because it's quiz time! Ready to review the parsha? Let's begin. What did the ashes from the red cow do? Make someone pure again? Make the food taste better? Cure the flu? Or make beautiful smelling perfume? They make someone pure again. That's right. Why did Moshe and Aaron get punished? They did not want to help the Jewish people. They stole from Asher. Moshe hit the rock instead of speaking to it. Or they did not get punished. That's right. Moshe hit the rock instead of speaking to it. What happened when the nations attacked the Jewish people? They prayed and were protected by God. They lost the battles. They gave up because they were tired, or they won some battles and lost some. They prayed and were protected by God. Great job. Why did Balaam's donkey keep stopping? She was tired. There was an angel with a sword blocking her. She was hungry, or she was thirsty. That's right. There was an angel with a sword blocking her. What happened when Balaam tried to curse the Jewish people? Nothing. They sent curses back. Many Jewish people died, or he blessed them instead. That's right, he wound up blessing them instead. Great job, you got them all correct. Thank you for watching my Parsha video. Have a good Shabbos!